Shane Owen. So here we are. We've just finished a season. It's the main bank holiday currently, and the one thing that we know absolutely for sure is that you're definitely coming back next season.
I am. Looking forward to it.
Yeah. So, I mean, it was kind of a mixed bag this past year. We had a team with huge amounts of potential, a team that managed to get to the Challenge Cup final, but in the regular season maybe didn't perform or live up to the potential.
Yeah, we definitely had our ups and downs. Tough season all in all. Of course, there was some positives, getting to the finals and whatnot, but yeah, kind of plagued with injuries there for a bit, as people have said, and that definitely hurt us and made things tough. But I was proud of the guys who battled all season, and I thought we faced a lot of adversity, and we battled through that and performed for the most part, and definitely not satisfied with the results at the end of the season, but yeah.
You seem to have with no disrespect to the team that went before, you seem to have a better defence in front of you this year. Did that give you a lot more confidence?
Yeah, they did a good job back there. I was happy with our defensemen, and we gelled well together and got along on and off the ice. And yeah, when you had a good strong core like that, it makes your job easier back in the pipes. What sort of guys are you looking for to have in front of you there? Guys that can get pucks out, allow me to see pucks, block shots. I mean, a lot of things, and guys that play strong defensively, but also contribute offensively. So there's a lot of key things that come into factor, but guys that just work. You know, you just gotta show up and work every day and give it your all, I guess, every night on the ice and help your team to win.
Yeah. How much communication is there during a game? How much communication is there between you and whoever's playing D at that point?
Quite a bit, I think. Myself, I chat a lot on the ice. I'm always yapping. I mean, I don't know what it's about half the time, but I'm usually just yelling out where guys are and what's going on the ice. And I like to communicate. I think it keeps myself and the defenseman as well more focused, and it helps them out. I'll let them know if there's a guy on them or man on or they have time, and just little things like that make the game a little more easier, I guess you can say, and it helps each other out. It helps me and also keeps me engaged as being that goalie. You know, you got to be focused for 60 minutes, and there's a lot of time the play's not in your zone. So I think if I'm talking and I'm engaged, and it keeps me engaged and it keeps me focused for 60 minutes.
Are there points maybe during the third period or something where you kind of get a little bit jealous of the guys that can kind of come on for 45 seconds, make a couple of plays, and then jump back off again?
No, I don't think so. I mean, I played goalie my whole life, and I love it, and I love being in the net and just being focused for that 60 minutes and just giving your team a chance to win every night. It's no better feeling.
What age did you start playing hockey?
I mean, I think 2 or 3. You pick up a mini stick and you kind of mess around in the house. But organized hockey, probably around 4 or 5 years old, and then I think my second year I became a goalie.
Yeah.
Just kind of that every kid on the team gets their chance to be goalie, and I just fell in love with it. And I think I had to shut up my first game, and then I just stuck with it. And they're like, "You're staying in net," and I was like, "I guess so." And then I fell in love with it. And I guess it helped having 2 older brothers who always wanted a goalie, and I always had shooters at home, and it kind of forced me in that a little bit, being the youngest brother. But it all paid off.
Yeah, there was never any thought at any point of playing any other position?
Not really, no. Not after those first couple of years. Now that I'm older, it'd be like, it'd be kind of cool to score a couple goals, but I think it's a little too late now.
We could get you up for penalties or something like that. Is that within the rules? Could you, as a goalie, go and take a penalty?
I don't think so, no, but I'm sure I can maybe try and play forward, but I don't think it would turn out too well.
I can just imagine that. Instead of Mikael Johansson scoring that winning goal in Sheffield, it could have been you coming up.
Yeah, we probably would have lost, I think. Yeah.
So let's have a look at that Challenge Cup run, because that was the absolute success story, and it wasn't just luck that got you there, because you had all these games at the start of the season, all the kind of round robin ones that you had to win. There was something about the team during those games that kind of worked, wasn't there?
Yeah, there was. It's a weird competition in that way, where you have games in the middle of the season, and I guess it kind of just falls. You're hoping that your team's playing well at that point in time, and you're on a hot streak, or you're building up to those games. And I think everything, like you said, everything just kind of fell into place when we needed it to. And the outcome was great. Obviously not the finals, but making it to the finals was a great achievement, and we all wanted to win that last game, but just getting there was an achievement in itself, and pretty proud of that. But yeah, that was exciting.
How daunting was that trip down to Sheffield for the semi-final? Because Sheffield expect to be a really, really good team. Do you, as an opposition team, see it that way, or is it just another game of hockey?
I'll look at it as another game of hockey, but of course there was a lot more pressure and expectations to win and help your team make it to the finals. And I mean, we've never been there before, so it was kind of we were happy with we made it to the semis, but I mean, job wasn't finished then, and I think we stuck with it and gutted out that win. And yeah, that was probably the happiest I've been in hockey in a long time. It's just kind of cool, that experience of winning that semifinals. I mean, obviously we wish we would have won the finals, but yeah, that was a cool experience.
And as much as we always kind of pick out that Mikael's penalty goal, the fact of the matter was you were at the other end and you were having to save these shots to make sure that he had the opportunity to score that goal. And your penalty play was amazing this year. Is this something that you spend a lot of time practicing, or is it just something that's always been there?
I feel like it's something that's always been there, and I've always enjoyed that part of the game. I mean, it's kind of just see how you can do, I mean, I got nothing to lose in that situation as a goalie. They got a ton of pressure as well as players, and I know I just kind of live for that moment and enjoy it and cherish it and just try to be present, I guess. And yeah, I was feeling very confident in that game, and I just knew no one was going to score in that penalty shootout, and yeah, we were lucky to get that last one and send us to the finals.
Yeah, and then that trip to Belfast, and I got the impression, I don't know that it's ever been talked about, but I got the impression that the team were battling a lot of kind of sort of stuff and illness and injuries and stuff like that on the day, which probably didn't help.
No, definitely not. But I mean, no excuses. They're a great team, as they showed all season, and to win all three trophies is pretty impressive. And yeah, they're a great hockey team, so nothing away from them. But yeah, definitely some injuries and whatnot, but no excuses. And they played a great game, and I think we just kind of fell short.
And amazing to be in that atmosphere, in that arena that night with, something like 1,000 Flyers fans that had all basically taken the day off work and come across midweek to support the team. Yeah,
the semi-finals and the finals, the fans coming over, we appreciated so much. The support that they showed and traveling and whatnot was amazing. I mean, it made our job a lot more fun and allowed us to get over the line, I mean, that semi-finals, that game against Sheffield, was crazy how loud that building was for both fans. When we obviously went up, our fans went nuts, but that was probably the loudest rink I've ever heard when Sheffield scored, I think, with like a minute left to tie it. And yeah, that was crazy. I couldn't even hear myself think, but you just knew you had to dial it back in and just focus on the next save, next task at hand. And same with the finals. That building in Belfast was a crazy atmosphere, and yeah, when goals would get scored in that atmosphere, the roof would just blow off, and it was so cool. Yeah, it gives me shivers thinking about it.
Yeah. So we're at the start of the summer. What are your plans for the next few months?
My brother and his fiance actually come to town next week. Well, Friday. They're flying in on Friday. They're going to spend a few days in Scotland, and then we're going down to Portugal for a week. So it'll be nice to, go enjoy some sun, enjoy the beaches, and get a little traveling in.
Get a bit warmth.
Yeah, so that's the plan for now, and then I'll head back to Canada after that and spend some time with family and friends, work a little bit, and start training, get ready for next season.
Yeah. And so when does that training start? I mean, are you trying to keep yourself at some sort of level all the way through the summer?
Yeah, I mean, I've been training already, and I've been back in the gym, I think, a couple of days after the season ended, but just kind of building some muscle now and strength, and then the closer you get towards the season, you'll kind of change your training up and do some more on ice and do some more, little things you got to work on for explosiveness and strength and all those kind of things, flexibility. So kind of a routine, but yeah, I didn't want to take a month off and then be so out of shape that I'm older now. It'd take forever to get back in shape. So trying to kind of stay on top of it so I can be ahead of the curve, and not really have to kill myself to get back in shape. But
yeah, it definitely takes longer and longer to get that fitness back.
Once you hit the 30s, once you hit the 30s, it takes a little while to get back in shape. So I'm trying to stay on top of it and stay in decent shape so I'm ready to go when I need to really turn it up and get ready for the season.
Yeah. And I mean, how do you, So I mean, there's things that you can do, you know, like staying in shape and keeping the muscle mass there and things like that. But other things like keeping your eye in and keeping the focus on, you know, pucks coming from different directions. How do you practice for that, or how can you practice for that?
I would say even just playing sports in the summer, volleyball, tennis, badminton, all these kind of things, just hand-eye coordination, you know, and juggling, playing with ball, like just things like that just kind of keep you engaged and focus on that hand-eye and little things like that, I guess. Well, even golf, just, I don't know, anything just to be active and athletic, I guess, and just hand-eye. And then other than that, I mean, you can't really replicate being a goalie either, or even playing hockey for that matter. No matter how good of shape you're in, I still feel once you get on the ice, it's completely different. So I mean, unless you're actually training on the ice, it's tough to be game shape ready. But that's what I guess preseason and a little off ice skating in the summer is to help you out.
Yeah. Do your brothers still play?
No, they do not. They play men's league and summer hockey with their friends and stuff. But no, not.
So it's not even like you can kind of.
No, not really. No, he middle brother played junior A growing up, and kind of he did his thing with hockey, and he did well as well. But my oldest brother kind of didn't play for too long, and now he's a firefighter and whatnot. And both of them don't play too often, but
yeah. And then before you know it, you'll be back here. You know, end of August. Have you had conversations about what sort of team they're kind of looking to bring in, or?
No, I have not.
You in as much of the dark as the rest of us?
I am. So just going to focus on getting ready myself and doing what I can to be better next season than I was this year, and keep striving for more.
And if you had to kind of sort of set a goal, a realistic goal for next season, what do you think it would be?
I mean, I want to win every game and do as well as we can in the Challenge Cup, but I think a 500 team is definitely realistic. And my first couple seasons I was here, I'm pretty sure we're right there with 25 wins, 23 losses, something around that. So I think we got to strive to be in that upper part of the table, and I think it starts from day one. And it's just every game's so important in this league, and a lot of new guys that come over don't really realize that until you look at it like this season. We had one game at the end of the season to make playoffs, you know.
Yeah.
You can say it's all on that game, we must win, but there was 50 other games that we, you know what I mean? We could have won, or we lost by one goal, or lost in overtime, shootout. So every game's just as important. So we really need to get the mindset right from day one and just work all year.
It's funny. I remember speaking to Ryan Dingle about this years ago about how there's those games that are maybe overtime losses where at the end of the season you just need 1 point. And you know, oh man, if I could have just done that. And
I know.
It's about putting that extra effort in on the night sometimes.
I know, or you hit a post, or you didn't make a save that you wanted to, and I mean, it's the season right there, you know. So you got to be really engaged every night. Yeah,
and just finally, you got your third Mirror of Merit award from the Fight Free Press. Again, the Players Player of the Year and the Fans Player of the Year. I mean, how important are these things to you?
I don't think they're that important. I mean, I would want more team success and more trophies as a team than individual success. But, I mean, hats off to my teammates for helping me win those awards. And, I appreciate it. I mean, they battled all season long to help make my job easier. And, thank you.
It just kind of sort of shows the respect that you've got in the dressing room, I guess, that they're putting you up for them. So brilliant. We'll look forward to seeing you back on the ice in a few months' time. But for now, Shane, thanks very much.
Thank you very much. Look forward to it.